I just introduced myself. That was amazing. I'm Library Shop Scott. I'm with Library Foundation SD. We're a nonprofit that supports financially, fundraisers, advocates for the San Diego Public Library system. A little more about that in a few. But welcome to the third annual Shorties, San Diego's shortest and strangest awards gala. It's celebrating the Matchbook Story Contest, San Diego's shortest and quirkiest short story contest. We are now in our 6th year of the Matchbook Story Contest. So we're officially a San Diego institution now. If you just wandered into the stream or wandered into this room and don't know why you're here, the Matchbook Story Contest is a short story contest where entrants are challenged to write a short story that fits inside a book of matches. And the winner receives immortality. Your story is printed on a book of matches, our limited library shop matches. There's some in the back. If you're here in the room, feel free to take some home with you. In addition to getting your story printed on the matches, we display your matchbook inside the Hervey family rare book room on the 9th floor of the Central Library in the tiny book display. So yes, you heard that right. We display matches in the rare book room of the library. That seems like a terrible idea, but we've done it for 6 years and everything's fine so far, knock on wood. And the final prize is you get a $50 gift card to the library shop, which seems like an afterthought after the other 2 prizes of immortality and having your matches in a rare book room. But that is a prize. So the way it worked, way it's worked in past years this year is we had about 300 entries. We had 282 actually, to be exact. The library shop staff read every single one of them. Then we picked our 10 favorite finalists and we submitted them to our blue ribbon panel of judges, which is comprised of past Matchbook Story Contest champions. And they determine the winner. And tonight we will reveal the 10 finalists in a dramatic reading by our friends from Write Out Loud San Diego. And then we will announce the winner. Now, I don't know how you feel about awards galas, but I'm a big fan. Big fan. If you see my YouTube viewing history, it's just awards, galas, and cat videos. That's all it is. But I think the Shorties is my favorite awards gala. Maybe I'm partial. But it takes all the excitement and drama and the eventual bitterness and disappointments of your standard 3-hour awards gala, and it condenses it into 30 minutes. So it's a much more efficient way to learn that you haven't won an award. And let's face it, most of us in this room have already won an award just by being here. So thank you for being here. And then hello to the folks at home on the stream. My good friend and coworker Charlie Goldberg is your concierge tonight, so if you have any chat questions, he'll address them. What else is? Oh, this is a big personal milestone for me. So this is the 3rd time we've done the Shorties. So this is my 3rd year hosting the awards gala, and I'm super proud that I've yet to be slapped during the broadcast. So if you're familiar with the atmosphere of awards galas right now, it feels like a really impressive thing. What else? Production improvements this year. Last year I was the host. I was also the stagehand and the DJ. This year we have Miguel from the library shop to be our stage director. Thank you, Miguel. Do you have any previous theater experience? Perfect. You're perfect for this job. And then traveled in specifically for this event, a totally professional DJ, ladies and gentlemen, DJ Bookworm. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Let's get started. So at past Shorties, we've interviewed a past champion of the Matchbook Story Contest. I thought it would be fun to mix it up this year and interview one of the losers. So we have a very special guest tonight and a very good friend of mine, a colleague that I've worked with over the years. So she is a retired attorney with more than 30 years experience representing the government and industry, primarily on environmental issues. She serves and has served on many nonprofit boards, including the UCSD Chancellor's Community Advisory Board, the Alzheimer's Association of San Diego, and near and dear to our hearts, she is a Library Foundation SD trustee. She chairs Library Foundation SD's Governance Committee and is a member of the Executive Committee. Please welcome to the stage Judith Wenker. We wanted to make sure the music lasted for the walk. We didn't know how far that walk would be. But should be ending pretty soon here.
Would you like me to slap you while we're taking time?
Someone needs to slap me, yes. Somebody does need to slap me. No, it's good. Thank you, DJ Bookworm. Thank you. That was amazing. You probably should have entered from outside the library. That would have timed it perfectly.
Yeah.
But Judy is a trustee of the Library Foundation SD. So what I didn't reveal in your intro is that in addition to competing in the Matchbook contest, you this year have decided to support the Matchbook contest and provide a match. So everyone that entered your story, you paid $5 to enter. All the proceeds support the San Diego Public Library System. Thank you for that. Judy took it upon herself to quadruple match that. So she contributed $15 for every $5. That way, every story entry this year was $20 to the library. And we did that. We did that as a clever marketing pun for the 20th anniversary of Library Foundation SD. So we've been an organization for 20 years, advocating for the library system, supporting the library system. And you've been with us for several years as well. So Judy, what brought Library Foundation SD to your attention? Why did you decide to give your time and your money to this organization?
Well, maybe like a lot of you out there, you love books, and I love books. I've got my house is full of piles of books that I'll never catch up, especially given my advanced age. But anyway, I always loved them. And when I was a little girl, one of the funnest things to do with the family was go to the library, and every summer they'd have the summer reading, programs, and I read all the books I had to get a certificate and all that kind of thing. So, books are just a wonderful way to escape into another world and learn lots of things and everything. So you all know that because you're all out here. I didn't enter this year because I thought maybe last year when I entered, maybe the fact that I was on the foundation would help, and it didn't. So I didn't win. So
there's
why bother?
No nepotism in the Matchbook story contest, though some people would mention that you are on stage as a contestant. So that had to have been, I don't know, connections somehow to get on that. But
I was telling you that I think it's great that we figured out something else to do with matchbooks besides light cigarette, smoke cigarettes with them or start forest fires and stuff like that. So this is definitely a better use. So right.
It is. Speaking of good use of your time, I know that you, in addition to your regular duties with Library Foundation SD, have been very diligently working on a project that we have that we only have a few days left to do. Yes. And that is to try to get on the ballot for a ballot initiative in 2024 that would support parks and libraries. It would raise $40 million a year, roughly, split evenly between the park system and the library system. And we are trying to get on the ballot. So we are collecting signatures in the back. You've been out collecting signatures. How I always feel like that's got to be a terribly hard job because I usually say no to everybody that asks for a signature. So have you learned anything while you were collecting signatures?
Yeah, I'm like that too, especially there's something about the way they do it at the Ralphs and the Vons, kind of shoving it in your face and saying, here, sign this. And without knowing too much about it. So I always say, like probably most of you, I never sign those things, So I was talking with some friends about it the other day and they all said, we never sign those things. I said, well, this one you should sign because I'm connected with it. And I want to tell you it's worthwhile, but everybody's been so nice. I have this new optimism about humanity because people like yesterday I was at University Heights and it was really windy. And so the papers were blowing around. And so this person not only signed, but she said, look, here's a rock. And she lifted this big rock out of their garden and put it on the top of the paper so they wouldn't blow. And I
She
thought,
gave
that
you
was
a
so
rock.
sweet of her. Yeah, well,
Yeah.
that's all I got.
That's all we're asking for, your signature and a rock. So, so Judy has been out gathering signatures again. We're kind of up against the deadline here. So if anybody here hasn't heard about this or signed the petition yet, it's in the back of the room. Judy, in addition to being a VIP guest tonight on stage, she'll also be doing the hard work in the back of collecting signatures.
Please.
So please come visit her. She'll tell you all about the initiative. And Judy, thank you for doing this weird interview on stage. This was great.
Yeah,
thank you.
I'm happy to do it.
Judy Wenker, ladies and gentlemen, Library Foundation SD trustee. All right. Oh, here's my notes. Excuse me. I feel like it's going really well this year, but I haven't seen the online chat, so who knows what they think of us all. But I think everyone in the room is having fun, correct? Thank you, DJ Bookworm. So another thing we do every year, we have a lot of traditions for the Shorties. Every year we like to do a kind of reinterpretation of past winners. So the first year at the Shorties, we had the music and art librarians do musical montages of the first three winners. Last year, the fourth winner, Michelle Garb, her story was performed as an aria by an opera singer. And so the stakes are getting higher every year. It's tougher to come up with something, but I think we've hit our best one yet. So we're going to present Sarah Hilliard's story from last year as an interpretive dance piece. So ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome to the stage. Ginger and Whiskey is a performance artist who specializes in the production and execution of burlesque with a foundation in ballet, modern, and jazz. She graduated with a BA in dance from UCI in 2008. Her greatest joys are telling a story and creating a feeling through movement and getting to teach and share that joy every week with her students. Excuse me. Please welcome to the stage Ginger and Whiskey. Ginger and whiskey, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I believe our Matchbook champion, Sarah Hilliard, is in the crowd. Do you approve? Did you approve of that rendition? Thumbs up. Thank you. All right. So another tradition. We are going to announce the 10 finalists for the Matchbook Story Contest. And to assist us are our good friends from Write Out Loud San Diego. So their mission is to inspire, challenge, and entertain by reading literature aloud, engaging people of all ages with stories of all kinds. You can learn more at writeoutloudsd.com. Please welcome to the stage Walter Ritter, Pamela Britton, and Rachel Van Wormer of Write Out Loud. You had walk-up music. Finals. It'll end any moment now. Hold on.
Hi.
I think in rehearsal, the walk-ups were not from the front row. I think that's where I probably miscalculated.
We may have started too soon. I just didn't want to be late.
Well, welcome to the party. Walter, we've known each other for a long time. You've done a lot of great work with the San Diego Public Library as part of Write Out Loud. Wait, what was my cue? What's going on?
Oh, what's going on? Funny you should ask. Though Write Out Loud is best known as a theater company that reads literature aloud, that is, readings, at this very moment, we are still performing Lit Alive, in which two pieces of literature have been put on stage, fully realized with costumes and lighting and sound and stage direction and all of those wonderful things, over at the 10th Avenue Theater. You still have tomorrow night and Saturday. We do both of the two productions. In the afternoon at 4 o'clock will be Ripples from Walden Pond, and in the evening will be The Yellow Wallpaper by Charlotte Perkins Gilman. Both done as plays, not as readings. That's the answer to your question.
That was a great answer.
And in the context, I guess I more or less said what Write Out Loud does. Oh, there's literature on the back table about Lit Alive, in case you're interested.
And if you're watching from home, writeoutloudsd.com,
yes,
correct?
That's right. Writeoutloudsd.com.
So I'm going to go over here, Walter, and I'm going to let you and your team reveal to us the 10 finalists of the 2022 Matchbook Story Contest.
In that case, I'm going to step away.
Written by Ann Ells. Roe, R-O-E. My neighbor put a sign in his yard that said, "Row, row, row your vote." There are a lot of people rowing. Some are rowing as fast as they can. Some in the middle are along for a ride. Others are trying to sink the vote.
By Judy McDonough. Met in a Wordle chat, both of us logophiles. Head over heels, a perfect match, weeks of shared bliss. Then a romantic surprise, a unique Wordle puzzle he created. Alas, I solved it with my starter word, adieu.
By Tim Calloway. After living in San Diego for almost 40 years, I missed the seasons. I went to Vermont so I could have a real fall. And I had one. A bad one. A broken ankle. Seasons, schmeasons. Next year, winter in Hawaii.
by Gladys Hernandez. After dating for 10 years, he said, "I don't love you anymore." She immediately became numb. Her OBGYN told her, "You're infertile." She continued to be numb. She signed up for a dating app and met a young man. She felt something. They had 2 kids. She felt everything.
By Daniela Rodiles. On a Saturday afternoon in Mexico, the smell of the crackling grill filled my lungs, and the sound of rock pop made my feet dance. That was my feeling of home. I always cherished that feeling that transcended borders. It stayed with me in LA, San Diego, and now forever.
By Ned Norman. My PB&J was stolen from the fridge at work. I was a victim of sandwich robbery. Our office know-it-all, Agnes, proclaimed it wasn't technically a robbery unless the sandwich was on my person. So, when Agnes stepped away, I removed $20 from her purse and purchased a tuna sandwich.
By Ann Eggerston. You 19 are my pack, all I've known. Matched and covered, we're never alone. My own book, though, not written, nor a fervency lit, not before I strike out on my own, bending forward to be the next pick for cigar, cozy fire, candle wick. No dream is preposterous. I am feeling that phosphorus. I now circle a bowl with one flick.
By Kate Olson. A refrain from Home on the Range lodged in her brain, where never is heard a discouraging word. She was as surprised as anyone to find herself 2 hours after his interment in Nordstrom's, buying shoes she had coveted for months. Feeling lonely and free, she realized he would be silent about her purchase.
By Karim Bouris. Jarring and unexpected, despite its discretion, the moment came without notice or care for my well-being. Here we were, both enjoying the kind of bond that only exists between lovers who have seen it all together, all taken away by a momentary lapse of attention. Was that really the last skittle?
By Cindy Chen. While we sat there, they came. They watched her with blank, warm eyes and lifted her away. We still talk about her, the girl who was taken by a murder, and wonder if the crows will ever strike again.
I wasn't counting. Is that 10? Thank you, Right Out Loud San Diego. Please, ladies and gentlemen, Right Out Loud San Diego. I swear, every time they read a short story, I'm like, I need to revote, and that's the best story I've ever heard, and then they go to the next one. So really good job, guys. Thank you. We are now, don't worry about the camera. I'm going to go right here. Does that work? We are at the big moment here where we're going to reveal the winner of the 6th annual Matchbook Story Contest. Now, it is above my pay grade to announce the results. So I have enlisted for the 3rd year in a row my boss, the CEO of Library Foundation SD. Ladies and gentlemen, your walk-up music is way shorter than everybody else's, so you should already be moving. Ladies and gentlemen, Patrick Stewart. That was the cheapest joke of the Shorties, so thank you for indulging us in that. When Patrick, he became my boss about, what, a little over 3 years ago, because this is your 3rd round of the Shorties. I heard like the immature, the Star Trek guy. I'm like, that's not a funny joke. And then I had like a moment last night where I was like, I think that's the walk-up music.
I got it even today at Sequan.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Parked the car. The guy that got the car. We are very graciously accepted a donation from Sequan today during their gift for the season event, and one of the perks was to get free valet parking. You have to take advantage of that. Turned in the thing. Turned in my car. The guy says, "Can I have your name?" They usually just give you a ticket. Said wanted to know my name, and I told him, and he went in for 5 minutes about how important Star Trek was to his life.
But not the
I made his
library.
day.
But not the library.
No, not the library.
Okay. Well, what's important to us is the library, of course, as Library Foundation SD. Judy and I mentioned the ballot initiative. Is there anything you'd like to add or anything else you'd like to bring up about what we're doing as an organization?
There's 3 things that I'm hoping that you can do with us as an organization, not for us, but with us. You all are library lovers and you are library patrons. One, yes, we are trying to create a sustainable long-term funding source for our libraries and parks. So please do talk to my colleague Judy Wenker in the back at the end of the evening. 2, we are also leading the development of a new library master plan. It has been 20 plus years since we have developed a library master plan that will take libraries into the future. Jokes aside, the last master plan developed in 2002, honestly said, do not look to computers. They will not be important in the future.
It's like DJ Bookworm wrote that master plan.
Right. So we are in the process right now of engaging the community to get some input on how you want to see your library develop over the course of the next 2 to 3 decades. And 3, advocate for your library. One of the most important things that we do as a library foundation is we are the advocating arm for your library system. We ensure that your public officials, your elected officials know exactly how important libraries are to you and how important investments into libraries are going to be for our communities. So we will create opportunities throughout the course of the next several months for you to get involved as an advocate, a library advocate. So those are the 3 things that I am hoping that you will join us to do.
All right. With that being said, let's reveal the winner of this year's 2022 Matchbook Story Contest. A drum roll, please.
And the winner is Cindy Chen. While we sat there, they came. They watched her with blank, warm eyes and lifted her away. We still talk about her, the girl who was taken by a murder, and wonder if the crows will ever strike again.
All right, Cindy Chen, you are the 2022 winner of the Matchbook Story Contest. I believe Cindy is on the stream. Let's see if we can get her on here. There may be some tech trouble, but we'll try.
Hi, sorry.
Cindy is, last I heard, she is in Scotland, so it's 2:30 in the morning. Cindy, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Yes.
This is called dead air in show business. Cindy, can you hear us at all?
Okay. Hi, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
We can sort of hear you. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Definitely worth it to be up at 3 a.m. here. I'm very excited. Thank you so much. Amazing. I'm not sure if anyone can hear me, but thank you all so much. And it was really amazing hearing all the stories. Really appreciate the opportunity.
The smell of garlic sizzling woke me up. Mom was home. Hadn't seen her in 4 days. Mahjong. Sometimes she won, mostly she didn't. I dressed for school. At least I got fried rice and spam this morning.
Thank you all so much. If you can still hear me, and I hope you all have a wonderful evening.